Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This space here is for readings that are about politics, about what's going on in the main stage, things like that. And the reading that I want to come here to do that's being very divinely guided is really to look at the state of the UK in terms of the politics here, and particularly KIER STARMER, and particularly the Secret Service over here. And I've already got some heavy downloads I need to share before I shuffle the cards. For anyone who's new, my name's Elishea. I'm a psychic medium, so everything I do here is channeled. This is a very organic process. My angels and guides, they show me things through visuals. I will hear things clairaudiently. So the first energy we're going to break into is KIER STARMER, and one of the things that I've been feeling very heavily with him, his energy is very, very malleable is one of the things. And there's like three individuals to which he has proposed something to as well that's coming through. There's definitely escalation. So in terms of KIER STARMER, there are certain decisions he's making right now that are actually escalating what is essentially the Third World War that has started. But, you know, this has given me the vibe as the vibe where, you know, like something is in its early stages, so you almost don't recognize it's happening. But there's definitely three people I feel around his energy field that he confides in as well and has proposed something to. For some reason, that's coming through as part of this reading. Angels, what else do the collective need to know about KIER STARMER? I'm hearing breath control really loudly. You need to know that KIER STARMER has ties to, is it King Charles? And something there's ties that I'm picking up on very strongly as well. And I'm being shown tunnels. So this could be tunnels that run throughout England, run throughout London, which is immediately going to make me think of human trafficking. So there is some knowledge and awareness he has of that going on, but he doesn't care to speak on it. So that's something you need to know about KIER STARMER. Angels, what else does the collective need to know? Now, one of the things I'm being guided to say right now are some heavy pings I have, particularly on the Secret Service. What you guys need to know is that there is an energy of some form of technology that they have. This technology is something that works with signal and electrical current. And so essentially they're able to move using the satellite dishes to connect to the neural networks of people. There has been a violations of privacy that has been happening. As well. So there's a lot of tensions right now between the UK and China, but I'm hearing the biggest threat is the Secret Service. They do not have the public's best interest in mind. And what you need to know, this background energy, is that there is like a very holocausty energy going on. And I actually have some intel, to be honest, on the Secret Service, and they're running really a smear campaign against the religious and the spiritual right now. So there's something you need to know that's going on. They essentially possess technology that can control and move someone else's body parts. Is something you also need to know. And they're using this for means of malice. They're using this to cover up certain things. I'm also getting in the Secret Service that there are direct ties to China. So people working within the Secret Service that have direct ties to China, whether they're agents that have gone out on mission or they are Chinese individuals, Asian individuals. There's also a lot of racism I pick up from the Secret Service as well. I'm getting the name Stephen. I just heard the word YOLO. You only live once. So that's giving me the energy that these people are operating in a self-interest here that only serves them and not actually the country. And there's liaising, is that the word? There is conversation between the Prime Minister itself and the Secret Service, especially while tensions are so high in regards to China and in regards to Russia. But I'm hearing the biggest threat is them, because they own some kind of technology here, essentially to control other people's body parts, and they're using that for means of malice. So you got the devil coming out first card. There is an energy here both with KIER STARMER and and with the Secret Service, to which there's some kind of level of control and micromanaging going on. You do need to know that in terms of public privacy has been invaded. They have been doing background checks on people, strangers on the streets, for no literal reason. You got the Ten of Pentacles coming out. So the Ten of Pentacles in this context is generational. So there are generational cycles the Secret Service and KIER STARMER are all going through, you know, kind of like history repeating. Anyways, that devil reversed is giving me an unleashing. There's something that the Secret Service want to unleash into the public. This could be an announcement about something. This could be anything, but there's something that they want to declassify. There's something that they want to put out in the public. But it's a situation, it's a circumstance which they have manipulated people or manipulated individuals. That's coming through very, very strongly. Now, as for the chief, for example, so the Secret Service in here in the UK will be MI5 and MI6. As for the chief in MI6, I'm going to channel her energy because I'm getting some specifics, okay? I'm getting the word lilac, but I'm seeing a very hot pink, which is making me think of the word blushing, which is making me think of the word embarrassment. So there's a level of embarrassment right now that the chief is feeling for whatever reason. What I do get from her energy field is that she's one of the people who want to do good but doesn't know what doing good means. And what I do have intel on, again, the things I have said in this video, I've got intel on. These people are literally running a holocaust. Is something you guys need to know. Okay, these are downloads and intel that I have. As for the chief, angels, can I have specifics, please? Thank you. I'm getting the word dough, so there's something about money here. I'm hearing settlement, some kind of settlement with money. So I don't know if it's a court case or something like that, or paying off, but there's definitely new tech in developments as well, or money coming in for new technology and developments. I'm hearing crimes against humanity have been committed though. Okay. There's also the Ten of Swords coming out in this reading. Okay, let me just take a pause. Now, there's certain behaviors that feel kind of like a betrayal or a backstab to the public here, and this is where the digital ID is kind of tying in, because something I came across, and I feel like this is a relevant message, is that, you know, to have digital ID and kind of copy what China is doing would make it would make it easier for China to essentially hack you know, private information from individuals and civilians and the public. So what you need to know about the intention of the Secret Service is that they do intend, the governments do intend to have the digital ID, but they don't care about the interests of the public. They're actually putting people at risk. But I'm hearing again, the biggest threat is them because of this technology that they possess, that they've been using on the public. Okay, so that's really, really, really important. But there is, yeah, there's like a, they're not doing it for the country, they're doing it for themselves vibes, and that's kind of what the Ten of Swords is giving me. But that in reverse tells me that this will get out. There is going to be truth that's going to be acknowledged. Things are going to get out about the Secret Service and about the government, and about KIER STARMER. I really do feel KIER STARMER has some semblance of ties to what goes on underground, and I am alluding to the human trafficking. I don't feel he's part of it, but I haven't dug deep enough in his energy. He is aware of it, though, is something I will tell you. I'm hearing the word widow. Ace of Wands coming out. Can I get one more card, please, angels? What do people need to know about the government, the digital ID, the Secret Service, anything that's coming through? Six of Wands reverse. So one of the messages I'm getting is you need to understand, like, the governments right now, when it comes to the worldly tensions, they're not handling it properly. They're actually escalating the situation. And I do feel like once the public know about the technology they have, that this is going to bring a semblance of war to the country, whether that is in terms of protest, people protesting. There's going to be a lot of protests that are going to be coming up. That the Secret Service and the governments will have to face. Generally, when I tap into the British public, the English public, I feel very strongly that most people don't like KIER STARMER, and there is regret for voting him in, as well as what I feel. And when I say as well, it just keeps giving me Israel. So of course there's definitely ties there, but I'm getting a message about mediating. I'm getting a message about conversations, big conversations, obviously, that KIER STARMER is wrapped up in. You know, he's going to be dealing with Trump, but there are too many ties here to like human trafficking underground. There's too many ties here to the invasion of privacy, really. And I do feel like KIER STARMER and Trump are working directly together to enact a one world order. With KIER STARMER, I definitely feel that he wants to be liked by the public, but the public are not happy with him and his decisions. The Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior energy, so that's given me taking it personally. The problem with KIER STARMER is that he does take his position personally. Like, he wants it to boost his ego. He wants to be seen in the same light that Trump is seen in. But that's a car alarm going off. I'm going to take that as a warning. So they are being warned. I feel like the UK government, they are being warned right now, through however that is, to stop what they're doing. Because the public are going to find out, and the public are not going to be happy, and the public are going to feel violated, learning that they have this technology that they've been using essentially to violate people's privacy. It's kind of like they are worse than China in that regards, is what my angels are telling me, okay? And you got the King of one. There you go. There you go. That's what you call a Freudian slip, what I'm channeling. King of Cons. So again, what you guys need to know is that the service here, they don't care truly about the protection of the people. They're developing technology that violates the privacy of people. There's a lot of accusations going on. Just some intel I have. There's accusations on religious people. There's discrimination. There's a lot of racism as well within the SIS, the Secret Service, going on too. And particularly racism towards Asian people is what I'm feeling very strongly. The King of Wands reverse is a very manipulative king who uses his social network essentially to get what he wants. And I feel like this is what's representing KIER STARMER's energy. But the problem with KIER STARMER, I feel, is that when shit hits the fan, he doesn't have the capacity for it. He almost needs to lean on people like Trump in order, and in Parliament really, to decide for him. He's not fully equipped to be the Prime Minister, and that's why there's so much failure going on right now. It's something that he's wanted to feed his ego, essentially. And he's using a social network to maintain a power, all the while behind closed doors the government are developing and in possession of state-of-the-art intelligence that is violating the privacy of the public. And then wanting to introduce the digital ID thing is another violation on the public, because that puts them under direct risk from China, is what I feel very strongly. Now, going back to the Secret Service, the energies that I get there, you got the Star coming out reversed. I'm getting particularly the Secret Service themselves, the military, they're wanting certain things to escalate, but they're not going to get what they want here. And angels, can you say what this is specifically in regards to? I'm being shown chess, and yeah, okay, so what you guys need to know: Tower, bottom of the deck, Two of Swords reverse, Justice. What you need to know is that these people are under judgment right now, and there's a lot of Tower moments happening, a lot of hard, rough energies. They're being called out. Essentially, there is a massive call out going on right now. And going back to the Devil card, this is giving me Devil in disguise. So government organization that seems to care for the public, but actually they don't. They're the greatest risk as well. And another piece of information that you guys need to know is that this technology is being used on minors. It is being used on children. It's something that's really important for you to know. But there's a massive calling out going. There's going to be massive public exposure of these things that I'm getting about the government, by the way. And there's a massive calling out going on, and essentially people are going to know. So I'll leave this reading here. I'll revisit this when I'm guided to. If you want to book personal, anything like that, all the information is down below. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.